Chapter 13. A Light in the Shape of a Boy. There was no point Stella arguing with the ghost. The little girl sighed and went back to work. Groping with her hands in the dark, she continued moving the lumps of coal across the cellar floor. After a while, she could see something glowing. At first she couldn't make out what it was, but as she moved more coal out of the way, she realised it was a pair of feet. Dirty-looking feet that were somehow lighting up the cellar. Now she could see what she was doing. The girl quickened her pace. Soon all the coal had been pushed aside, and standing right in front of her was the light in the shape of a boy. The figure was wearing shorts, a shirt, and his outfit was topped off with a cap. Over his shoulder, he was holding a brush. He had clearly been a chimney sweep, a boy who, in the olden days, was sent to crawl up chimneys to brush away the coal dust. Now, presumably, his full-time occupation was ghost. "Well, that took you a while," he said with a cheeky smile. Stella couldn't believe her eyes. She had been right all along. Those noises she had heard in the middle of the night were a ghost. Saxby Hall really was haunted. Here was the living proof. Well, dead proof. "You're quite short for a ghost," mused Stella. "Oh, that's nice, innit? Been hiding myself away for donkeys." "Donkeys?" The girl was confused. "Donkey's ears, years." "Oh." "So, I've been hiding away because I didn't want to frighten nobody, and the first person I meet says I'm a short arse." "Sorry," replied Stella, not quite meaning it. Nah, you've said it now, ain't ya? I heard you crying and it made me sad. I thought I might be able to help." I wasn't crying really. I just had something in my eye," replied the girl, trying to sound as grown-up as possible. "But that was very kind of you. Let's try and be friends." She offered out her hand slowly. "My name is Lady Stella Saxby of Saxby Hall." "Oh, lordy-da and lordy-day." The ghost was most amused and began to mimic the girl's upper-class voice. "Charmed, I am sure, Lady Posho of Posho Hall in Poshington." Next, he began doffing his cap in a manner so over the top there was little doubt he was only pretending to be impressed. Stella observed this display, a pained grin on her face. "So, what is your name?" "Sir." "No, I asked what your name is, not what you sweep away." "I know, it's Soot." "Soot? That's your name?" "Yeah." The girl couldn't help but laugh. That's not a proper name. You can't be called Soot." The ghost, didn't look at all pleased at the girl's response. "That's it, have a good old laugh, me lady." "I will," she replied before bursting into hysterics. Soot folded his arms, waiting for this rude little madam to stop. "You're all finished?" "Yes," replied Stella, wiping a tear of laughter from her eye. "So, please tell me, how does one end up being called..." She was trying not to giggle. "Soot." "It ain't my fault. I was never given a name. I was abandoned as a baby and grew up in a workhouse. I never knew me mum or dad. The old man who run the workhouse used to thrash us boys with his belt." "No." "Yeah, even though we ain't done nothing. So I ran away. I was still only little, and I met a gang of boys on the streets. They said you could get food and lodgings if you worked as a chimney sweep. So that's what I did. And one day I came down from the chimney covered from head to toe in coal dust, and my master just called me Sir. Now the girl felt very guilty for having laughed. This poor boy's experience of life had been a world away from hers. Stella had never seen inside a workhouse, and shuddered to think how brutal it would be. As for being shoved up a chimney to clean out the coal dust, that was unimaginable. I'm so sorry, she said. I didn't mean to laugh. It's just that I've never ever heard of anyone being called Soot. Don't you worry, milady. Stella now had a question she wasn't at all sure how to phrase. So, I hope you don't mind me asking. Spit it out. How did you, come to be a ghost? Soot looked at her and shook his head. He clearly thought that was an obviously stupid thing to ask. You have to die first, don't ya? Yes, I gathered that, replied the girl. So, forgive me, but how did you come to be, brown bread? Brown bread, yes, rhymes with dead, Stella guessed. Yeah, you're getting it. The pair shared a smile. Well, milady, you may not believe me, but I died in this very house.